Hi everyone, Hannah Beaver here with Bright Method. I am a former professional ballet dancer, now dance instructor, choreographer, and private coach, wife, and mama to two amazing kids. I have created for you this 30-minute at-home full body stretching class. I hope it is of real benefit to you during this time where most, if not all of us, are at home more than we're used to, and we're trying to stay healthy and in shape. During this 30-minute class, you can go all the way through with me to the end, or you can pause and do sections on their own if you happen to be interrupted at a certain point. And I hope you enjoy it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let's begin our stretch for the day with our toes just pointed straight ahead, with our feet about shoulder width or slightly outside of shoulder width. And all through the standing exercises, I really want you guys to think about what your posture is doing, okay? So we don't want to have, as we're standing here, we don't want to have our weight back in our heels and our hips moving forward, which really puts a lot of pressure on that low spine, and causes our chest to cave in. And we don't want to have, as we're standing and stretching, we don't want to curve forward and put the weight in our toes and be breaking our neck, okay? So if you're looking at me from the side, I want you to think of your body almost as if you're standing against a wall, just standing in real nice neutral spine, nice straight posture, nice confident with the heart lifted. And I want you to think about, as you inhale and exhale, you're gonna feel your ribs go out and in instead of letting your shoulders come up and down. So we're gonna start with just a couple breathing exercises to get us going. So our feet pointing, our toes pointing straight ahead. You can put your hands on your hips or your ribs to even feel the breath. Why don't we keep them on our ribs? We'll do one inhale and exhale. And as you exhale, just tug your belly button in and hold there a little bit. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Tug in that belly button. And you notice that my shoulders are not going up, but you're letting your rib cage just naturally expand side to side. And exhale. And hold that little belly in. Let's drop those arms down and keep that tug in of the belly button. All right? Knees are slightly bent, just slightly. We're going to drop our chin to the chest in count of 1, 2, come center, 3, 4. Then we're going to just look up to the sky or your ceiling if you're inside. 7 and 8. We're going to do it again. Looking down. 2, mindful of our posture. 3, come center. 4. I like to count things in 8, so you'll hear me cue you that way often through this routine. 7 and 8. Let's do it one more time. Stay down longer. 3, 4, and come up slowly. 6, hold. 7, 8. Then we're going to drop our right ear to our right shoulder. 1, 2, come center. 3, 4. Then go to the left. 5, 6, come center. 7, 8. Then we're going to do it again. 1, 2, come center, and go left, come center. Good. We're going to add a little bit more, starting with your chin. Head down. 2, round your shoulders over. 3, come back up. 4. Then just look up again. Don't do anything with your shoulders. 6, come center. 7 and 8. And one more time. Chin to the chest. Round the shoulders. Keep your belly tugging in. 4, looking up. 6, 7, center. 8. Right ear to the right shoulder. Then we're going to drop the shoulder. 3, 4. Same thing to the left. Ear first, then drop the shoulder. 7, 8. Right ear to your right shoulder. Then drop the shoulder and come up. You should feel the stretch really in the opposite side of the direction you're stretching. 6, 7, and 8. We're going to add one more time. Drop your chin to your chest. Round your shoulders. Now bend forward in the waist. Just hang. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just come to center. 7, 8. Let's do the forward one again. Chin, 2, shoulders, 3, 4, waist, 5, 6, center, 7, and 8. Right ear to your right shoulder, then shoulder drops. Now bend in the waist. 4, slowing it down a little. 5, 6, 7, 8. Left ear to your left shoulder. 2, drop your left shoulder down, bend in the waist. Keep your eyes forward. 7 and 8. Last set to roll forward. Chin, 2, shoulders, 3, 4, waist and stay. You're still tugging in your belly a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Let's inhale again. And exhale. You're going to bend the knees, interlock your fingers, and slowly roll up. Try to drop the shoulder blades down as you grow tall. 7, 8. Let your eyes go up. 3, 4. Arms go forward and turn the palms over. 5. Eyes go slightly up this time. Let your arms go back. Your thumbs reaching behind you, way behind you as far as you can. Opening across that chest. Now tug in your belly to come center. Bring your arms forward. 3, 4. Drop them down. 5, 6. And we're going to shift into our side bend. So what I'm trying to do through this routine is work the exercises from the head all the way down to the feet. Okay? So we're going to work our side a little bit more and work down into our hips. Going to open up that right toe and bring your arms up. One arm out to the side, the other arm out to the side, palms down. You're going to bring your left arm into a goalpost position for all you football lovers. Another hand can be either on your hip or stay out to the side. We're just going to gently bend on a diagonal, reaching 1 and in. Then second one and in. You want to keep kind of a neutral line, the spine, so we're not lifting the chin yet. Just warming that up. Hold this last one. Hold. 2, 3, 4, and come center up. 6, 7. Now we're going to add a bending of the knee or a plie. As we bend the knee, watch that you don't let the knee go past the toe. So it's just a very small bend. Okay, so as we stretch our body to the side, the knee is going to bend with it. 4 times. 1 and in, center. 2 and center. 3, reaching longer, a little bit longer every time. 4 and center. Let's go one more time. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Now from there, we're going to rotate our upper body, rotate our right leg, both toes pointing parallel, pulling that tummy in. We're just going to take a flat back forward and hold. 1, 2, try to drop the shoulders. 3, 4, and then just gently bend the knees slightly if you need to. Drop your hands down. Walk your hands back to the center and begin to roll up. Think about your ankles being in line with your toes. 3, your knees being in line with your ankles. Your hips being in line with your knees. Your ribs stacking onto your hips. Your shoulders stacking onto your ribs. And the last thing to come up is your chin and your eyes. All right, let's repeat the same stretch on the left side. So we're going to turn that left toe out. Arms go up to the sides. Make sure that you keep them right out from the shoulder to the side. Okay, so you're not curving forward, you're not arcing back. You're just pulling up through the belly. You want to think of like as if there's an elevator on the inside of your body and just lifting up, 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 up as you're doing the stretch. This toe's turning out. Bring your right arm into that goal post. Hand on your hip if you like. and begin to stretch. And we'll add that bending of the knee in just a second. And 2, so my eyes are staying forward for now. Some people like to stretch and look up towards the hand. You can, if you like. It's kind of up to you. This is the simplest version. So let's add the plie or the bending of that knee. And 1, reaching a little further. Make sure your knee is tracking over the center of your foot. 2. You can take a nice inhale as you reach long, and exhale as you come together. And last one. Good. This one's going to stay. Hold, 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 and then you're going to turn. Turning in your right foot to parallel. This back arm goes out. You're going to take a flat back over and hold. 1, 2, don't let your shoulders come up. Slide the shoulder blades down. I'm going to demonstrate it with straight legs on this side. So we're going to get our first hamstring stretch. Going to wake it up right there. Or you can do it with slightly bent knees if you need. Walk your hands to the front, relaxing that neck. The head is the last thing to come up, and we'll start our roll up. Inhale, pull the tummy in first. Relax the upper body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Head is the last thing. 8. All right, let's go down to the mat and we'll start some stretches for the legs. All right. We're going to go down. I'm going to put my right leg front. Okay, I'm going to go down on the knee and start on the knee. My right leg is front, but you can start with whatever leg you like. Again, just being really aware of your posture here. You don't want to have your hips forward, your weight back. You don't want to be slumped over doing most of the stretching that we'll do. And you want to just keep a natural breath flowing. So you never, especially while you're stretching, you never want to be holding your breath, okay? So just keep a slight tug in your belly so your abs are always activated to support your spine, but just be breathing naturally through the exercises, all right? So what I want you to do for this one, we're gonna stretch the hip flexor a little bit and just start to work in the bigger muscles of our legs, okay? And I want you to walk your foot out so where your knee is more in line with your ankle than it is with the end of your toe, which is pretty common, okay? We say to line up the knee with the toe, but for this particular one, I want you to line it up more with your ankle. All right, so we're going to inhale and exhale. Let's just get that breath. And exhale, tugging that belly button. And we're just going to begin to very small, very gentle, rock our hips forward while keeping that posture nice and long, nice and tall. All kind of different words you could say to express it. Sometimes you have to pick the one that best stands out to you. Just going to begin to rock it forward. And this is 5. We'll do it 8 times. 6. If you move very small, even in this much, you're still going to feel it a little bit in that hip. My range of motion is pretty big, even though it's been a while since I was dancing full time. And we're going to hold this last one for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, pulling up through the belly. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're just going to come back. Let's extend that leg out. All right. Try to keep your hips and your shoulders like in a rectangle box through this one. And we're going to think of breaking at the waist. So we're going to bend at the waist. I'm going to go ahead and put my fingertips down as I come down. I don't really want you to go any further than this. All right. So if you're ultra flexible, you can put your fingertips down and then come back up. If you're not so flexible or you just don't want to go very far, just go a little bit. Keep your hands on your hips. Okay? All right, so we're going to do this 8 times. Just stretching through movement. Dynamic stretching instead of static. Dynamic being stretching through movement. Static being more holding the stretch for a period of time. I think this is 4. If my voice starts to sound funny, I apologize, but the allergies are getting to me today. Let's do 2 more. 7. You can inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. And of course, now we are going to hold the stretch. So go ahead and it's warmed up a little bit back there in the hamstring. We're going to put our fingers down. I want you to inhale and exhale. Keep your spine long. Think of energy coming out the top of the head so we're not breaking the neck or arcing the neck. Our spine is long and lengthened. And just hold the stretch. Pulling the belly in to support the spine, really flexing that toe back. Trying to keep this knee straight here for 5, 4. You can go a little lower if you feel comfortable. 3, 2, 1. And come on up. Good. All right, we're going to bend that foot in a little bit. We're going to rock our weight forward. And for all of you who are overachievers, we're going to attempt to go down into a split. This is not something I do every day. So when I was doing it earlier, I was pleasantly surprised, but you never know about this point in the day. We're just going to begin to slide that front leg forward. We're going to keep our weight forward. I'm coming off my mat here. And just for now, we're not going to go into any perfect dancer or gymnast split, but just for now, we're going to relax our legs. So my knee is bent, my ankle's relaxed, my toes relaxed. But what I'm really thinking about is trying not to grip or squeeze while I'm in this split. I'm just totally relaxed into it, and I'm tugging in my belly. And I'm thinking of keeping my neck long so I'm not breaking my neck or tucking my neck. And we'll just see if we can work into this split here a little bit. Breathing normally. Maybe 2 or 3 breaths. And I have my hands around my calf. I want you to tug the belly in. And let's just come up a little bit. We're going to walk our hands in a little closer to our knee. And let's bring our eye focus more out and just push up into that split. I am going to show a modification for the stretch, for split stretch. And again, I'm not trying to flex or point my feet. I'm not trying to straighten my knees, and I'm not trying to really turn out my back leg. I just went down into the split and let my hips just naturally open up. All right, let's inhale and exhale. Pull the belly in. Let's slide those arms in a little higher and think of lifting up, but not back, but up. And we're going to roll down. Our nose is going to aim for the inside of our knee. We're going to inhale here. And then we're going to roll up, pull in through the belly, and exhale up. And if your hands have to come a little bit more forward, that's okay. Inhale here. And exhale up. And if you only come up to right here, that's also fine. You're just getting some movement in the spine. Inhale here, while we're, of course, in our lovely split. And exhale up. If you're pretty flexible, try to straighten that knee, point that toe, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And to get out of it and transfer to the other side, we're going to take your weight to the right or the left, depending on what leg you have. Bend that front knee in, swing it around, swing your weight around, and we'll stand up, okay? Let's go ahead and go right into my left side. You can alternate whatever leg you started on. Go down to the knee. Let's scoot back. See, I have more. Make sure I have some more space here on my mat. I'm going to start with our hip flexor. Back foot is relaxed. Check your rectangle box, tug in that belly. And just begin to rock forward. It's nice and easy. It can be a larger, deeper movement, or it can be just a gentle, small movement. But you definitely don't want to force anything. If your knee starts to hurt, for whatever reason, you can put your hand down and just hold the stretch here, okay? If you feel any pressure on your knee at all, I would suggest doing that. You're still going to get a great stretch. Let's do 2 more. And you can hold. And again, if I'm feeling a little pressure on the inside of my knee, so I'm going to hold my stretch just by dropping down my hand. Just holding. So a little bit of my weight goes into my hand instead of on my knee, relieving some of that pressure. You should still feel it in the hip flexor here. And come on up. All right. Let's slide out that left leg, flex that front foot, hands on your hips, and go forward or touch the ground. Fingertips out, down, and come up. Inhale down, exhale up. You can do a lot of different exhales. I like to do an S, exhale a lot. Some people like to fog up the window. And some people like to just go whatever you like best. Now let's just hold this one over for 10, 9, really flexing that toe, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll relax that foot. Nothing fancy. Begin to walk your hands forward, keep your weight forward, and slide by pushing that front leg forward. So again, this is not really a traditional way to get into the split per se, but it works for what we need today. Just relaxing those hips. You can come down if you're comfortable here. Keeping your belly engaged, meaning tugging in the belly button, pull the belly button in a little bit. Try to keep your shoulders down. So I always think about sliding my shoulder blades down my back, just sliding them down. Think about my neck being long, elongated, an extension of my spine, which it is. And this leg is relaxed. And just walk your hands up to your knee a little bit. Let your eye focus come up. Tugging that belly in. Come up a little higher. Think of lifting up, not arcing back. And let's do our little roll. Down, just 3 times. And roll it up. Inhale, down. Roll it up. And last time, down. Nose is on the outside of the knee. Inhale, up. Stay up if you can, tugging in that belly. Straightening that knee, pointing that toe. When I straighten my leg in certain stretches, I like to think of squishing a little ant. So we've got a little daylight under here, and there's a little tiny ant, I don't know if you can see it with my hand, that I'm trying to squish and lengthen out as I hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock your weight to the back, bend that front knee in, bend the other knee in, and we're gonna roll to the front for our last section. All right, so let's transition now to a little bit inner thigh and some more stretch for the low back, okay? So we're gonna open up our left leg and our right leg. You can open it up to wherever it feels comfortable for you. I'm not gonna try to do these exercises from a full center split. If you have a mat, maybe you wanna kinda aim for the front corners of your mat, okay? And again, just while we're in this position, you want to think about where your posture is. So if you're back here on your sits bones, you're curving over. That's not where you want to be. You want to try to think of that elevator on the inside of your body. Inhale, let your belly help you pull in and lift up. So you're right up on top of the sits bones. Yeah. And you have just that nice, long, tall, neutral spine. I'm going to really try to think of squishing the ant. So my legs are nice and long here, but I want to take it a step further by pushing down underneath my knees. Okay? So I'm sitting up nice and tall, tugging my belly in and squishing my ant. Toes are pointing up. Our sky is getting a little bit dark, so I'm going to speed it up here. All right, so we're going to inhale and twist to the right. I just want you to feel that position for a second. You're going to come center. We're going to add a little element to it. You're going to inhale and twist and come center. Okay? And actually, I think I want you to start to the right. So we're gonna inhale to the right, and we're gonna just reach forward, come up, inhale, twist, reach forward, come up, and inhale, come up. We're going to do that in 4 sets, and I'm going to give you an 8 count as we go. All right, so as we twist to the right, we're going to put your hand right on top of the thigh. Try to keep a flat back as we go. You don't have to go very far before you feel a stretch in your outside of your back, low back here. You should feel a little stretch on the inner thigh. And come up. Same thing, switching hands. Flat back, nose is on the inside of the knee. Come up, and then flat back forward. Go as far as you feel comfortable, and exhale. Pull your belly in. Let's do it 2 more times. To the right. 1, 2. Come up. Switch. 2, 2. Come up. Center. Again, stretching with movement. Exhale. Last time. To the right. Over. 2. And I didn't say this when we started, but you want to think of keeping your hips planted on your mat so you're not lifting up the opposite hip as we go right and left. And center. Exhale. Good. And we're going to go center one more time, of course. We have to stretch those inner thighs. You're still thinking of squishing your ant. If it gets to be too much, just relax those knees. Okay, and relax your feet. You're still going to feel a stretch on your inner thigh. Okay, I'm going to go back to squishing my ant, flexing my toes. Let's take it a little lower if you can, if you feel comfortable putting your forehead down on your hands. Inhale, exhale. If you want to walk your hands out a little further, you can if you feel comfortable. Inhale, exhale, and let's hold in whatever position you are for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale big. Exhale, walk your hands back up. That nice neutral long spine. Bring your legs together, okay? All right, we have 2 more stretches and then we're done. So we're gonna start by getting in our calves and our ankles a little bit. You're gonna flex your right foot. You're gonna reach forward. You're gonna bend your left knee and just relax it, okay? You're gonna grab your toes and just pull them back. So we're not really flexing the full ankle here, but if you're looking at it from the side, I'm just grabbing my toes and pulling my toes back, okay? Maybe I ought to face the side. Let me just go ahead and face the side. So we're reaching out our right leg, slightly bending our left. Hips and shoulders are square. And we're just pulling our toes back. So we've worked from the start of our routine, our exercise, our stretching routine, from our head all the way down to our toes. Now I want you to grab the whole foot now and pull it back. Think of squishing your ant so your knee's nice and straight, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you want to make it a little harder, take it a little deeper. For that 10 count, you can pull it up, okay? All right, last one here. Switch hands, grab your baby toe, and just let your foot relax, turning your baby toe inward. Some people, you will feel that stretch happen right away. It's going to go down and around the outside of your ankle, kind of come up on the outside of your Achilles. And I want you to think of gently pulling back towards your body. 1, 2, 3, 4. You really feel this one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gently let it go and shake it out. Okay, so let's switch sides. You're holding each stretch for about 10 seconds, no less. Yes, so opening up your opposite leg now, from the one you started on. Reach forward, just grabbing your toes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and grabbing the remainder of that foot. Straighten your knee and pull the toes back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your opposite hand, grab your baby toe. You're going to let your baby toe come inward, really relaxing that foot. Straighten your knee and pull that foot back. 1, 2, you should feel that stretch go down, around, and up to about right there. 5, 6, at least that's where I feel it. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and shake it out. All right, for our last stretch in this routine, we're gonna come to a child's pose. So I like to a lot of people keep their toes pointing straight behind them. For me, it feels better as I sit back to kind of let my toes come together. So that's how I like to do child's pose. That might be a little untechnical, but that's where I'm most comfortable. So I have just my toes barely touching. And I'm just inhaling and exhaling, reaching my fingertips long, getting that nice stretch. We're gonna, of course, we cannot forget our quadriceps. So we're gonna finish by stretching those. I'm gonna inhale and exhale, rolling it up, pulling that belly in. And we're gonna take our right hand back to start. We're gonna push our hips forward and let our weight go back to our right hand. As we push our hips forward, we're gonna send our left hand back and up on a right diagonal. You should really feel this stretch down the front of your quads. Probably more in the left one at the moment that you do the right. Inhale here. Exhale, you're gonna come gently down. You're gonna curve your body slightly forward. Just relax your chin down. And you're gonna switch sides. So you're gonna put your left hand back. You're gonna begin to lift your hips up. Put your weight in your left hand. And swing your right hand back and up to the left corner. And you'll feel your right quad stretch a little bit more than your left. Let's do it 2 more times, just once more in each direction. Inhale, exhale. Just relax forward a little bit as you switch hands. Right arm is going back, hips are going up. Sending your left hand back and up to the left corner. Inhale, exhale. As you switch hands, sending your left hand back. Right arm reaches back and up to the left corner. Inhale and exhale as you come down. Rock your weight forward onto your hands, tuck your toes underneath you. And let's finish with a nice V stretch. Walk your hands in towards those toes. Inhale, exhale, a little bend in the knees, and let's just slowly stack the spine and roll it up for 8, 7, pull the belly in, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slide those shoulder blades down, and 1. Thank you for joining me. I hope you feel good from head to toe. Stay strong, stay healthy, and stay bright.